previously.
As men, it is of the utmost importance for you to get married. Now let's actually break down how to actually obtain one. First thing you need to remember, guys, and I guarantee you, if you follow these steps, you absolutely will find a wife, a good wife. First things first, do not, when you meet this woman, do not talk about dating. All right? Do not talk about dating. What you need to understand is that when you meet this woman, you need to tell her from the jump, from day one, that you are looking for a wife. That is so pivotal, because right there, what you're showing her is that you are a man who values his time. You are a man who knows exactly what he wants. You're not here to do no test run. You know exactly what you're looking for, a wife. Why is that important? When you start talking about a wife from day one, all the modern women who do not have that even desire to be a wife are going to automatically be turned off. You have just saved your time. You have just saved yourself a bunch of time. Do you understand? So you need to drop that term, wife. I'm looking for a wife. Now, in the process of that, what's going to happen is that for the women that actually desire to be a wife, you're going to weed them out from a bunch of 304s. You know what I'm saying? Cool. Here's what you need to also understand. Because you're looking for a wife, do not engage in any type of dating. What does that show? One, from a biblical standpoint, look at, name me where any man courted his wife before marriage. I'll be waiting. And as you're looking up that verse that you'll never find, let's proceed. There's no such thing as dating in the Bible. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your resources. Men, listen, do not do dating. All right? Now, what are you doing there? The weeding out process continues even further, because all the women that want to be wine and dined and tap into, your resources, when you tell them, no, we're not going on a date, we're not doing all this frivolous activity, they're going to be turned off and they're going to vanish. The only women that will stay are going to be the women that actually desire to be with you, and she's not there for your money. Let's address this though, because you see, again, I'm addressing men. So if you are a boy, you will not understand this. You see, boys are always talking, especially boys within the red pill MGTOW space. This is how they talk. They always like to throw terms like gold digger out there, right? And you are so damn stupid. Yes, you, not men, you males out there. You males out there. You are so damn dumb. You see, here's the thing, right? How in the world are you blaming a woman and calling her a gold digger because she actually wants you to be financially stable? Are you stupid? You see, the boys that think like this are the boys that, because, they're not married and they probably do not have a daughter in particular. I'm going to tell you something, right? Like me, I don't have a daughter, but I do have a son. So let me tell you the mindset of a father, right? You see, if I had a daughter, and for all of you who do have a daughter, chime in. Please let all the other boys know the reality of life, right? If you have a daughter, you absolutely are not going to tell her to saddle up with some boy that's not financially stable? Why you, as a man, as a father, who actually can provide for your daughter, you provide food, clothing, and raiment, right? A roof over their head. I said clothing and raiment. Those are the same thing. But anyway, my point being is you provide all of your daughter's needs. So why in the world would you want to give your daughter to a man that cannot provide those essential needs? Not wants, needs. Because of love? Get that shit out of here. Love don't pay the bills. Love don't pay the bills. You see, that's the hallmark sign of selfishness when boys just throw that term, gold digger, out there so loosely. Now, do gold diggers exist? Absolutely. But a woman that wants a man to provide is not a gold digger. Now, why is this important? You see, because as a man, if you're desiring to look for a wife, you should be on your purpose, on your grind, elevating yourself before you even consider looking for a wife. And it's only then when you are self-made, self-sufficient, right? Financially stable, it's then and only then you should be looking for a wife. Do you understand? In the Bible, there were many men who got married at the age of 40. It's a very Western European mindset to try to rush men at the age of 20 to get married. You don't gotta get married at the age of 20, guys. Now, if you're financially stable and you think you could handle a wife, then by all means, don't let me stop you. But it would behoove you to wait until you are financially stable. Now, why is this important? Because again, how does this help you get a wife? When you are financially stable, what you are telling this woman, right, is that this is a man who is like or better than my father, and he will be able to provide for me. And what you're doing by being financially stable is that you're gaining her loyalty and you're gaining her confidence in you, the man. If you're not 100% financially stable, the second best option is that you better have a work ethic about yourself that shows her that you have the potential to provide. Now, this is important, right? Women are extremely great at reading a man's potential. This is the reason why, if you guys probably didn't know, you probably, if you went to college, you probably found out that you were able to speak to a lot of girls, and a lot of girls gave you their time, right? And then when you get out of college, you notice that it's going to become a lot harder. Why? Because when you were in college, what that woman saw in you was your potential. She saw that, oh, you know, he's taking these courses. You know, if you're in biology, she's probably assuming that, okay, so maybe he's trying to become a doctor or a nurse, something along those lines. She's reading your potential. And again, that does not make her a gold digger. That makes her extremely wise and smart because she don't want to be saddled up with a bum. You see, if you guys don't know, a bum, right? The definition of a bum is someone who is broken due to injury. That's why you probably heard the term bum leg, right? Now, in this case, you know what's broken? Your brain. Your brain is broken. That's why you're a bum, because you're not in tune with reality. So that woman either needs to read your potential, or she needs to be able to actually see that, okay, this man is already made. Again, this buys her confidence in you. And what this does is help her become extremely loyal. I'm going to share something with you guys, right? remember there was a time when me and my wife, we were actually homeless. Now, to add some context, right? When I met my wife, I was already making really good money in the Department of Education, right? So she saw my work ethic even back then, and this was before we actually got married. Before I got married, she actually saw me forego that well-paid job and saw me go back to school where I was making no money, zero, zilch, nada. Saw me bust my ass, and then eventually I became a teacher making even more money in the Department of Education. You see, what that showed her was that, okay, this is a man that knows how to grind and knows how to get his. Now, why is this important? Because when the time came that we were homeless, I would never forget where she said to me, I'm not worried. And you know why she wasn't worried? She's told me this. I'm not worried because I already know that you're going to get us out of here. Now, if I was just a bum, you think she would be able to speak that way? Absolutely not. But because she saw my work ethic back then, it gave her the confidence, right? And it ensured her loyalty to me. Guys, this is what I'm telling you today is 100% important for you to find a wife. Again, the money is not what's going to find you a wife. Because like I said before, what we are doing is finding women of actual character and actual virtue. We want the ride or dies. This is why I'm telling you what I'm telling you. If the importance of the woman is finding someone that is 100% for you, then it is of absolute importance to weed out all the women who are fake and find that woman that is 100% for you. That's why you're going to ask only for a wife. You're not going to do any type of dating. You are going to make sure you can gain her confidence and loyalty to you. So that even if you do become broke, right? She will remain loyal. She's not going to be looking for the next dude. And that hypergamous nature that women tend to have is going to be kept at bay because she knows that this is going to be a phase if you ever do fall in some type of financial hardship. You hear rumors of this all the time. Men who are rich and women still cheat on them. Why is that? Money is not going to keep that woman. But when you set very clear standards, let me throw this in there, right? For those of you who's thinking to yourself that, you know, if you're providing for this woman, what makes you any different than a beta male? No. The beta male provides, and he doesn't reveal to the woman what he expects in return. There is an exchange. Let that be very well known. There is an exchange of value. If you're going to provide for that woman, you need to make it very known from the jump, which, truth be told, this is kind of like the reason why I said you're looking for a wife, because that's kind of, you know, insinuated in a wife. But there are duties of a wife. She is going to submit and obey, and she is going to gratify you, whether it be sexually. She needs to clean, cook for you, raise your child. Do you understand? So no, this is not a beta male. This is absolutely an exchange. Marriage is like a business, all right? So you need to understand that if I'm going to provide for you, woman, this is what I'm going to need in return. All right? I hope you guys understood what I was saying here. You see, I'm here trying to build men. But this ain't no fresh and fit over here. All right? I ain't gonna tell you you gotta sleep with 50 women before marriage or any of that ridiculous advice that was given before. Look, just do things biblical, all right? We're not about that red pill. We're not about that blue pill. We're about that gospel. All right? With that being said, Nick over and out. The message sent. Jesus is king, y'all.